Peace to the family. How do you come up in a relationship? What a topic. OE Son, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Most of you already know who I am. If you don't, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit that good subscribe. Make sure you hit that good follow. You know, how do you come up in a relationship? I wanted to do some reaction videos around some of the things I'm hearing out here in the streets. When I hear things out in the streets, I say, they're not doing it right. That's because I got the 18th gate. So I'll just be talking about how people, I would do it differently. But they're just not doing it right, because I feel that if you ain't doing it the cosmic way, the way God designed you, then how would you come up? You know what I'm saying? How would you figure it out? Right? God designed you a certain way. What up, Vincent? Vincent, you really need to hear this. Like, how to come up in a relationship. Because everybody's always talking about the come up. And everybody's kind of in social media, not everybody, but there are a lot of social media, people on social media talking about relationships, and it's all centered around women. It's all centered around women. If you just got here, please leave your Team Zodiac, the city and state you represent. I'm Team Taurus, OE Son. I'm your favorite Jedi's favorite Jedi. Luke Skywalker was just on the line with me the other day. We're talking about the come up. Can you come up? Can somebody put that in the joint so I can put it in there? I'll type it. How do you come up in a relationship? Especially here in Bali. Choke, you might as well stay right there. How do you come up in a relationship? Because everybody want to come up. Everybody wants the money. Everybody wants all the things, right? So how do you come up in a relationship? So yesterday I was looking at some sisters, I'm assuming they're under 35, and they were talking about you can't date black men in Bali. I was like, why can't you date black men in Bali? I'm listening to the video, and they're young. I know one sister's from North Carolina, and another sister is from Flint, Michigan. And they both stay in Bali. One of them is retired military, and the other, she has an online business, and she does drop shipping online. I'm attracted to her business acumen to get out of the States, right? And also to have her money coming in while that takes care of all her expenses while she's here. So if she make $3,000 a month shipping on drop shipping online, she can stay in Bali. She make $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month. She really is living the life. But when she said black men don't come to Bali to date black women, I'm a black man, and I was just like, who or what are you talking about? Black men don't come to Bali to date black women. Was they dating black women when they was in the States? See, I thought they was throwing shade a little bit. But yesterday I was looking at data, and they was like 60% of men below 40 aren't even dating. Why don't men want to date? Now, I'm sure it was a bunch of white men. I'm sure they didn't ask a bunch of black men. But why do you think that men in general are not dating right now? I'll go in and tell you. Because they're afraid of women. Women have asked for so much independence and asked for so much this, and have started demanding this, and they started buying pistols and all this other stuff. Niggas are afraid because you're very aggressive. And lots of reasons women are being more aggressive. However, men don't care. Because it's like women, they don't care about the situation men come from. And that's the core of the come up, is you have to care. Nobody's coming up in a relationship unless you care. You have to care to come up. Men, we kind of do all right by ourselves, but we do better in partnership. Women, you do okay by yourself, but you do better in partnership. Now, I will say this very strictly like this. There are a lot of women on Instagram that just say really stupid things about relationships and about men. That's based off a lack of understanding. They don't know the opposite sex. Do I need glasses on or glasses off today? They don't know the opposite sex. On a scale of 1 to 10, drop in the comment section what you think you know about the opposite sex right now. Let's just see. Let's just take a poll real quick. Men, drop in here what you think you know on a scale of 1 to 10 about women. And women, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think you know about men? This is about to be funny right here. What that right there? Ah. Team Scorpio in the building. I'm definitely going to stay connected. Oh, I got a 5. Gennaro got an 8. 9. Duke of Helms 0. Why you got a 0? DJ Do Dirt got a 10. I Am Rich Highness says 7. Bandit Chocolate. For me, the main thing is working to create peace. I want to know what is... You can't create peace with somebody else. Now, I'll tell you that now. That's a folly of women more than men. Is you got to have peace with yourself. And then men, you got to have peace with yourself so you'll know to leave an angry chick alone. And a lot of these women at the core, some of the trauma that they're dealing with is anger. Leave them alone. Leave angry women alone. Men can be soothed easier than women. Because women will sit on and hold some shit. They know how to get past it, but they might not use it. Men, we just don't know how to get past stuff sometimes. We'll bury it. But if somebody come and soothe us and nurture us and show us some care, we'll move on past it. It'll be a done deal. Yeah, but on a scale of 1 to 10, me, I'm going to say I know women 85% of the time. So I'm an 8.5, and I don't want the 10. I like the surprise. I don't want it. But I do know that a woman that you care for, not just care about. There's a difference between caring for and caring about. A woman you care for, that you pour into, it's going to be a come up. And me, I'm always looking for a come up because I'm a hustler. I am a hustler. There's 2 types of women in the world too. Ooh, I'm trying to give all of y'all some game, give all of y'all some common knowledge. A lot of women too, because the problem is, women won't give you a manual because they don't want to be accountable to everything they say. Women want to say something and then later on change it up and say that's not what I meant. But they wrote it down in a manual, you'll be able to come back and be like, that's red, the lip is black, and the price tag and the barcode's on the bottom. This is what was written down. They don't want to do that. That's really all they have to do, but they don't. So this is no women, including the 2 types of women. There's only 2 types of women. 2 types of women is women who work for somebody else. They're an employee, or they got their own business and they're a boss. That's it. If you are at home and you running your man's household and you cooking for the kids and you nurturing and you doing all that, you're the boss of the kitchen. It's the most important job in the household. Y'all can share responsibilities in the bedroom. In the kitchen, that's when she running. She could be a realtor. She could be multi-level marketing. She could sell hair care products. She could work in a shop and do hair. She could have her own plumbing company, her own cleaning company. That's one woman. That's one type. And then the other type is somebody who works for somebody else. I no longer deal with women who work for other people. Not the white man, no, none of that. If you can't work for me and we can't work together, then how am I gonna come up? You feel me? I'm looking for the come up just like women. I have activated all of my feminine essence. They be like, men have to tap in. I tapped in. It's a lie. It's a lie. More women are not going to be attracted to you because you tap into your feminine. Because you tap into your feminine, you start asking them for what they're asking for from you. And I kind of find out they don't deliver it. I want you to care about me. You want me to care about you. I want you to care about me. A lot of women can't deliver. Not care about me. I want you to care for me. Care for me. Make some sacrifices for me. That's what women are asking men to do. So when I activated mine, I was like, I need you to make some sacrifices for me. They ain't doing it. Now the ones who got their own bag, and they not, I'm talking about their own bag because they work for themselves, is they have the more capability of caring for you. The woman who worked for somebody else, now this is really for men who are business owners and entrepreneurs. If you work for somebody else, don't be crying about her working. Two employees should date one another. Let me back up. Two employees should date one another. If you're a man and you work in the devil's kitchen, helping somebody else make their dream come true, you should date someone who also has a job, a 9 to 5. Your schedules will coincide. You'll go to work, she'll go to work, she'll get off, you'll get off. Y'all do whatever y'all do, and y'all can run that schedule. Some people in your cosmic design, you're designed to do that. You're an employee, y'all should be together. A lot of women who are employees be looking for a nigga who is a boss though. He's a boss and you're an employee, but you don't want to comply with what the boss is telling you to do, but you comply with what the boss tell you at work. But you ain't having sex with the boss at work, but now you want this dude over here, you want him to have sex with you, but you won't comply with what he's asking you as a boss business owner. So I tell men, if you want to come up and you're a boss, business owner, entrepreneur, visionary, creative, leave women alone who have jobs. Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. Because they don't have applied knowledge of self. They might have a little knowledge of self, but they're not applying it. Please share this with 5 people. Please hit the share link down there, the little plane. Share this bag, share this out here. They suffer from worker consciousness. But if you work for the white man too, you can't say nothing about them having worker consciousness because both of y'all got it. Until you get all your money on your own, as Dame Dash says, you eat what you kill, you can't say nothing about women. Women, when you eat what you kill and you a boss, you still can't say nothing about a man because you still need one. And you're going to need to care about him. You're going to need to care. You're going to have to pour care into him to keep him. Because that's how we go over to another place and deal with another woman. It's not called cheating. It's called dealing with another woman. She cares for us. She makes us feel like she cares for us. And she adds to our peace. 2 types of women. There's only one type of man. There's a man that needs a woman. There's only one type of man. All men are the same in that. You need a woman. Now, I'm talking about heterosexual men. If you are, I don't need no woman, and I need a man, or I need a relationship or whatever, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to heterosexual men, because I'm a heterosexual man. I love the ladies. I don't do the boys. I have, excuse me, my coast. I have friends, male friends that are gay, male friends that have come out the closet, male friends that don't really mess with women. However, I was at a soiree in Atlanta. I'm going to tell you what happened behind closed doors. One thing, First off, don't worry about what I was doing there, but I'm gonna tell you what happened while I was there. One thing that happened while I was there. The gay guy, and I'm talking about I got there, they had an event, and then they had a back room, and then you go in the back room, and that's what was going down. So we're going into the back room, and the guy who was like gay all over the party outside, when he got back in here, he started eating the girl out. He started giving the woman head, and she was back there just moaning, hollering. She was coming, she was doing all this stuff. And it was the gay guy who was eating her out. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, you niggas in Atlanta, I don't know about all over, but y'all out here playing gay, so the girl will be your best friend, so then you can go out here and now get the box. I said, that's interesting, but that's not my style. That ain't my style. If I want the box, I have a ton of other ways to get the box. And I like giving a woman head too, but I'm not gonna pretend I'm gay. So then we can go to the party and I can give her head and everybody be amazed like, what? Yes, it really went down just like I'm trying to tell you. Everybody was amazed and they was just like, I thought you was gay. Then he came up and he looked around, he was like, I ain't always been gay. So he can be gay sometimes. This is hilarious. So I'm imagining that it's a lot of, and somebody told me it was like, yeah, it's a lot of women that have gay male friends that they feel okay having sex with in Atlanta. I'm just telling you, this is just the information that I received, and I'm just sharing. Why is my screen freezing up? Ain't it something? Ain't it something, baby? So, how do you come up in a relationship? That's the question. You come up in a relationship by caring about the other person. Yeah, you gotta care about the other person. That's the basic come up. This is why I study human design and astrology, because it lets me know how do I approach someone for the come up. What areas does she need support in? What areas can I support her in so we can come up together and not be competing against each other? Isn't that an interesting thought? Right? So how does that work is the question. Instead of competing, we have to start caring about one another. Now, the other thing I like about human design and astrology, or I love, is the compatibility piece. Bali Internet. Yeah. I know. I'm doing my best. I don't know what happened, but I'm doing everything I can do. Well, I'm doing what I can do. Ooh, child. The internet is damn near undefeated. Oh, my device got too hot and was like, I'm finished for the day. What if you do both? What does that mean? What if you do both? That's a good question, New Goddess Spirit. Can you be a little more specific? What do you mean? What if you do both? Can you narrow that down for me and give me some more? Like, what does that mean? What if you do both? I'm gonna move this to another area where it's less sun. I can move over here, right? I can just move in the kitchen. Ain't that crazy? You could just move over to the kitchen and let everything cool off. And I can turn the chair around and finish talking to y'all in the shade. So wild and crazy. So wild and crazy. Work for someone else while you're building your business to work for yourself. Yeah, but in a relationship, when are you gonna get in a relationship though? When when a man comes along and he's already a boss, when a man comes along and he's already a boss, and you working a 9 to 5 and you got a side hustle, and now a man comes along like me, what do you do? What do you do? Do you keep your 9 to 5? Do you keep working on your? When are you gonna? Because the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna tell your man you ain't got time. You're gonna be like, I don't really have time to help you in your business because I have to go to work. I got my own business. What are you gonna prioritize? See, nobody on the internet is talking about who do you prioritize in a business? Whose business do you prioritize in a relationship? She says, I quit the 9 to 5. Yeah, but do you have it in a manual what you're looking for in a man that you're going to quit your 9 to 5? This is the other thing. Women will say they will quit their 9 to 5 so they can be with a boss, but then they stop working their job. Now, that's not every woman. That's just, but here's the thing. We cleaning up the space. This is why men are not dating. Men are not dating because men are afraid that women are going to finesse them again. Even in the gay and lesbian community, nobody wants to get finessed. But I personally, as a boss, I'm not dating anyone who is working a job. And then she can have her own gig, her own thing that she does herself. I don't got no problem with that. But does she have time to support me and what I'm doing? Now I look at it like this too. The man who chases 2 rabbits goes hungry. You don't need multiple streams of income coming in the house. If one person's making $1 million, you don't need both of y'all making $1 million. That whole thing, Beyonce and them like, what's better than 1 billionaire? 2? 1 billionaire is enough. You ain't gonna go broke. No volume? Why nobody can't hear? It's always something. It's always something with Instagram, right? It's no problemo. No problemo. Because I'll turn the whole joint off, then turn it back on and just talk to you. Whose business takes priority in a relationship? This is a good question, Mystic Raven Medicine. What do you think the answer is? I want to ask everybody when I get my Instagram turned back on. Whose business takes priority in a relationship? I know the answer to this one right here. I know the answer to this. I want to see what your answer is. Put your answer in the comments, especially if you're watching the replay. This question is crazy. I guess I'll stay single until I build my business. It makes sense. It does not make sense. Nope. I was about to call that I was about to put an adjective in front of that idea, but I'm just gonna say, but wait till you hear what my response is. I want to do my best to see if Instagram is gonna comply with me. Is Instagram gonna comply with what I want? Let me see if Instagram is gonna comply. I'm trying to make sure that I can be heard. You know. You want to act like that. I know that microphone is not down there like that. Hey, what's the answer? What is the answer? What do you think the answer is? Or what do you think I'm going to say? This is so good. Whose business takes priority in a relationship? The question should be like, who gets to decide which business takes priority? And why are you in a relationship in the first place? Women, ask yourselves, why am I in a relationship? So my point is there's only two women on the planet. There's a woman that worked for somebody else, and there's a woman that worked for herself. If she worked for herself, then when she get with a boss man or a boss partner, then she should put all that energy, they should put that energy into one business to get one nice big chain coming before they go into another one. I am looking slim because all I eat is fresh fruit. I'm knocking down watermelon a day, mangosteen, dragon fruit everywhere, within arm's reach. If I open this refrigerator right here and just dig in there, it's just like, yeah. Because I ain't carrying no stress around. Who, Instagram is back now. Please share this with 5 people. There's 2 type of women. There's 1 type of heterosexual man. And then the good question came up. What am I gonna do? And then you got women that says, I'm gonna just stay single until I build my business. That's really crazy. So this is the thing that I thought, and this is the part that confuses us why a lot of men are not dating. You know, men are not dating because they women don't want to be understood. Women refuse to write a manual down on paper and say, here's me. That's why I like the BDS and the kink community. The doms and the subs and the masters and the slave, because they write down a contract and give it to the other person and say, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do, this is what I deliver. Niggas don't do that until they start kind of get married, and then it's still on be clear. What up, Kiki Blunts in the building? I'm on YouTube at the same time. Absolutely. We double fisting the whole situation. Double penetration. Now, here's the answer. Women, you ready for the answer? Are you ready for the answer? The man is the leader and the woman is the helper and nurturer. She is. Yes, but if a woman has a great ideal and she got a dope podcast and the podcast is already doing like $40,000 a month, that's $480,000 a year. And if the man is a boss and he has a business, and let's say he got a silver shop downtown Atlanta, but his silver shop is only doing $80,000 a year. Does the woman stop her podcast and go help him? What I'm about to say is for mature audiences only. Please type in mature audience. Advanced mature audience. Please type this in. Advanced mature audience is what I'm about to say the answer is. Because I'm advanced and I'm a mature audience. The woman gets to decide which business goes forward based on how hard she wants to work. The woman should decide which business is going to move forward depending on how hard she wants to work. The woman who has a business, who meets a man who has a business, should decide which business is going to go first according to how hard she wants to work. On a scale of 1 to 10, in a relationship, women, with a man who's supposed to be the provider, how much do you want to work? On a scale of 1 to 10, ladies, you got a business, this dude got a business, y'all come together in partnership. Y'all gonna do one business and make it really good. Do you want to work really, really hard in the business or not? Don't nobody want to talk about this. This is why I say women be full of shit sometimes. Everybody be full of shit sometimes, but the problem is most men are not advanced and mature enough because they're not studying enough cosmophysics. They're not Jedis. Then the women want a Jedi, but then she don't know how to treat a Jedi. And then she say, Then she, because she won't write her manual down. If you write down what you are, what you want, and what you will do, and give it to a man, you're gonna have the best man ever. Yeah, yeah. You late as hell. You 30 minutes late. Come on, man. What happened? What you missed? You missed 30 minutes of content. We're discussing how to come up in a relationship. So for those who just got here, how do you come up in a relationship? Not can you, because how do you come up in a relationship? And the answer is you come up in a relationship by caring. You can only come up in a relationship by caring. I'm a hustler. I've been a hustler since I was 9 years old. I'm always looking for the come up. So I want to be in a partnership. So how can the partnership help me come up? I have to care for the other person, not care about the other person. I have to care about and for. You can't just do half of it. Oh, I care about you. Do you care for me though? Will you put my needs before yours? I'm preaching now on a Wednesday. It's Tuesday for y'all, right? So that's how you come up. Then we say it's two type of women, one that work for somebody else and one that don't. If you won't work for somebody else, then come work for the man if he's a visionary. If he's a visionary, boss, creative, entrepreneur, he got his own shit going on, he might just be missing you. This is what the whole Kevin Samuels thing was about. When he was like, why don't you with your average skills get with an average man? And all the women was like, no, I'm average, but I want to be with the man who's super well off. Why? Because she don't want to work. Kevin Samuels was asking him, he was like, how much of the workload do you want to carry? How much of the workload do you want to carry in a relationship, especially if you're pregnant? Only crazy women say anything above 10%. The most honest women said 0. I don't want to have no responsibilities in a relationship to generate any income coming into the house when I'm pregnant. That's the smartest answer. So why would you? So none of the average women was like, I'm gonna get with an average man, and we're gonna use magic, and then I'm gonna make him above average, and then I'm gonna turn him into a god, and then I'm gonna turn him higher than that. You can turn your partner into something else if you're really getting down with the partner, if you really care for them. So then we had the question saying, if two people got the business and they come together, you don't need 2 billionaires in the business, because then y'all ain't gonna have no family. To be a billionaire, you always out there in them streets. Now, if you're working together, then you're evolving and seeing each other. But are you compatible to do that? Some of you not compatible. And whose season is it to really come through with the come up? Is it your season or your partner's season? What if it's not your man's season to come up and it's your season to come up? Can the man be humble enough? Can he be mature and advanced enough to say, I sell silver and I'm doing $80,000 a year. You have a podcast and you're doing $480,000 a year. I'm still in charge as the leader. Your money don't make you the leader of this household. So what do we do now as far as funding our relationship? Because if you chase 2 rabbits, you're going to go hungry. That's a house divided. Is she going to start selling silver? Is he going to start doing podcasting? Me, as advanced, I'm going over here and find out all I can about podcasting and find out what she want to do. But here's the thing. How hard does a woman want to work in a relationship? A lot of you how many of you women on here now single, getting your own money? How many women are single and getting your own money? I don't mind carrying 50% of the mental workload because I love to think and communicate. I just don't want to do physical labor because why do I need to do all of these amazing what why do I need to with all these amazing men in the field? Right. Have you written that down and given it to your man? This is my other point. There's no manual. Each woman is too afraid of being accountable to write a manual to give to the man. Present, single, and paid. Right. Do you want to continue working the way that now, but you also have, how many jobs do you have, Brittany? You work a 9 to 5, you have children, you're a mom, and you a coach. You have 3 jobs. Do you want to be in a relationship? This is another thing. If women don't want to be in a relationship and you don't want to date, I'm not talking to you. If you're happy being a single mom, working a 9 to 5 for someone else, and a side gig, and you don't want a relationship, this message is not for you. Right. So if you meet Mr. Right, it ain't how much money he makes, it's can he make some money? Do he care for you? That's the come up. The come up is not how much money he got, because easy come, easy go. A fool and his money are soon parted. A nigga could get with you and lose all his money, because he be so caught up in what you told him. You didn't give him a manual. You didn't give him a manual. Men, if you gave a man a manual, he'd give you a manual back. If you give a man a manual on how to deal with you, he will give you a manual on how to deal with him. And everybody will be in what we call an accountable and committed relationship. Who's interested in being in an accountable, committed relationship? Press 1 and press 0 if you're not. And if you press 1, how could you be in an accountable, committed relationship if your partner don't know how to deal with you? What are you willing to invest into your partner getting to deal with you, knowing how to deal with you? I don't even say how to handle me. I don't know if I can be handled. That's a good thing. I don't know if I can be handled. However, I know I'm a lot to deal with. Why do a lot of women out here be acting like they don't think they're a lot to deal with? Every woman think they're a lot to deal with. Well, then why don't you write it down and tell the nigga what he dealing with when you see him? Huh? I got this thing called a relationship resume. If you would like one, you can go over to thecosmicjedi.com and in the chat say, send me the relationship resume. The lady who I got it from, she got a PhD in like family and social services, and she created it and said everybody should have an even number of these on them at all times. You should have 4, 6, 8, or 10 relationship resumes on you at all times. You at the gas station with the yams hanging out, and the nigga holler at you, you give him a relationship resume. Y'all go over to the trunk, y'all fill that shit out on the back of the trunk, and you hand it to him and let him hand it to you. Put your phone number on them and let him put his phone number on his. Then y'all can go y'all separate way. If he not intelligent enough to want to look at your resume, but he just want to look at you and he see the yams hanging out and he just want to smash, then you already know what you're getting yourself into. I went out with a young lady one day and I pulled out the relationship resume and gave it to her. I said, while we ordering the food and the food is coming, it's Ethiopian, so it's going to be a minute. Let's fill out this relationship resume. Guess what she said? Well, ain't that going to take out all the fun of getting to know one another? And I fell for it at the time. No, it's not. It's not going to take out all the fun. It's going to let me know what I'm getting into. Can I even have fun with you? Why I want to waste dates and spend my money and all this other type of stuff on you, and you ain't worth it. And it's gonna be a headache. Are you serious? Man, cut it out. Courtney says, I'm single and taking notes. I recently realized I haven't specified what I want because my design is very go with the flow. However, I'm learning I'm young and newly single, was married at 21. Right. Your design is not go with the flow. You're a projector. Your design is wait for the invitation. Please don't, you have things inside of your projector design that say go with the flow. But the primary is your strategy and your authority. That should be at the top. I'm a projector. This is my sun sign. This is where my moon is at. This is where my Venus is at. This is where my Mercury is at. Then start putting your feelings in. Did everybody catch that game I just gave you? You say, this is my human design authority. This is my human design aura type. Here's where my sun is at, my moon is at, my Mercury, and my Venus. Here's where my north and south node is at. Here is where my Saturn is at. Here's where my Jupiter is at. Now I'm going to give you all the opinions of how I feel and the things I like. Give niggas the science first. Hey, Nubian Sunshine in the building. I've been in a lot of relationships with women, and I wish I would have had their resume first. I've met women, and the first night we met physically, we had sex. And it was fucking amazing. I'm talking about a specific Scorpio right now. I wanted to have sex with her a long time. We would talk on the phone, stuff like that. Then we finally met. Spontaneously. I'm in the yams. She getting the master meat. It was totally amazing. She was every bit of the freak that I wanted. Got up the next morning, had even more amazing sex. But I ain't know how she did relationships. I ain't had no relationship resume. She hadn't filled out no form and told me what her deets were and how she got down, what she liked outside of the bedroom. I didn't give her one either. We only had sex that one time. We could have been doing that all the time, but we ain't know enough about each other. I'm not saying you can't smash on the first time you meet somebody. I'm the last one. I absolutely cannot say that. No. That's why I can't ask for no body counts. I can't ask for no body counts. Right. Because none of the women who I had sex with on the first time I met them, they're not evil people. So I don't consider them a whore or easy because they wanted to have sex the first time I met them. But the question is, you should have a relationship resume on deck. Can we both fill out relationship resumes? Can we fill out a relationship resume? Might not even look at it right now. Just fill it out. I'm gonna fill mine out. We exchange it. Now we might chop it up a little bit. Let's get a drink. Let's get some watermelon. Let's smoke one. Do whatever. And then let's see, is this somebody I want to care about? Now let me go on paper and see what kind of guideline did you give me. Men and women, if I care about you, I give you a guideline on how to handle the product. See this cell phone? It came with a manual. Most of the things that you get that's electronic, your body is electronic. You should give somebody the manual on you. What you say? I met him at 15, so I am very new to this single life. However, I'm a fast study. Absolutely. A relationship resume. If you want one, go to the Cosmic Jedi. There's the little chat box. Say, send me the relationship resume. Send it back to me too. I'd like to see it after you fill it out. I love it. Are you gonna make your resume? I'll be married by this time, 2024. Watch. Mystic Raven said, OYE's relationship resume template: human design authority, aura type, sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter. Here's my opinions, how I feel, and what I like. You know what? I'm gonna modify it because she doesn't have the astrological part on the resume. I know somebody on his special is gonna help me make that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to make a relationship manual out here for folks. You fill it out really good, then Then you meet somebody, you just let them look through it. That shit shouldn't be no more than 3 or 4 pages. Voila. Yep. You need that. Who else needs the relationship? Who else needs that relationship resume? This is the come up. This is the come up. You put one time question mark. I don't know what that means. What's that mean? Yeah. I will never judge a woman if she had sex with me on the first time we met. I ain't gonna judge a woman on if we only had sex one time, because I understand cosmic contracts. It's not enough female Rosicrucians. It's not enough women in esoteric orders. Women, if you really wanted power, you would go into masonry and the Rosicrucians and take over. Y'all trying to take over out here on the mundane. You can't take over the mundane. Scorpio's only attracted to me. I'm a Libra, but we never stuck. You sure only one time? Let me think about it. Because the first time I was with the Scorpio, it was so mind-blowing. The sex was so much better than I had imagined. It was just, and I know we had sex the next morning, the next day, but I don't remember us having sex more than that one time. If we did, I hope so. I hope she called me and be like, hey, this is the second time we had sex. These are the details. But if somebody was asking about the details of the first time we had sex, mind blowing. It was long distance too. Should I talk about long distance relationships? I really can talk about long distance relationships. Oh my God. Because it be so hot and it's romantic and all that. Then you meet them, you want to get straight to the seeing what's up with the what's up. The highest vibe says, except for the mother of his son, he was like, we dream with each other now. It's been 7 years together, 11 years knowing each other. The first woman I smashed at Clark. There you go. I'm from Memphis, she from Seattle. You understand what I'm saying? What she said? She said, it's me, I'm the worker bee who pretends she don't like to work. I have to put that in my resume. I need the relationship resume. I only seen 2 messages come through so far, people who went to the website and sent me a message. So Chaz and Cyril, y'all gonna get a copy. And maybe when y'all finish, y'all can go to the website. A charter. Here are my shipping papers. Where am I headed? What am I carrying? Wisdom, etc. Ooh. You need that resume. Remember, when you leave the house, always have an even number. And you want to have 4 minimum. Because if you're attractive and you want to be in a relationship, somebody else wants to be in a relationship too. So if you only have 2 on you, and wherever you meet them at, you meet him at the airport, you in a 7-hour layover, he holler at you. You on a 7-hour layover, he's in a 2-hour layover. He fill out the resume, you fill out the resume, y'all switch. You got his resume, you got 5 more hours. He's on his flight looking at your resume. Another 2 hours pass, you got 3 more hours of layover. Here come another really attractive person. You ain't got no more resumes, because the one that you got, you can't give him, because it's got all the information on the guy who already got on the plane. Is anybody feeling me yet? Is anybody feeling me? Don't act like you ain't never been in the airport and you ain't seen somebody and you was just like, ooh, and had some good conversation, then they part. You ain't had no information left to like get in contact with them or know more about them. Because everybody be bullshitting when they first meet. Here go the direct questions. Pop, 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 pop. This might be a project right here. Jeez. Yeah. I might just sell a whole notebook. You can just buy a book of 30. Now you just tear them out. Fill this out. I'm tearing out 2 of them. Right. Now you got all your candidates lined up. Then when you come get a reading from me, from one of my students, from in any type of way, you got data. You got data to even see, do I go get a reading? This compatibility, I'm sorry, this relationship resume is not going to tell you if you're compatible. I don't trust no compatibility without some numbers. That's like somebody telling me what my blood pressure is. Did you put something on me to measure my blood pressure? Then I don't want your opinion. Oh, back to dating in Bali now that Choke is back. Choke, are you back? Let me see if Choke. Choke, are you still here? No, she left. One of the reasons, like I said, for those of you who missed it, I was watching a video yesterday of 2 chocolate ass sisters who live in Bali. One's retired from the armed forces. One, she's from Flint, Michigan. The one from Flint, Michigan, she has a drop shipping business, so she makes her money in American dollars over here. I love her mind. Right? She young though. She young. She's so street. Ooh, right? But in one of her videos, she was just like, yo, I would like to know. She was like, I didn't know how much I needed to heal till I got over here. That's when I had more respect for her. Then I seen the video she did yesterday with the other sister who's in the military, and they was like, black men don't come to Bali to date black women. And I was just like, man, that's just nice gas to put in the front of it. But I want to know, why should a black man date a black woman in Bali? You only can come to Bali and date black women? Why can't he date whoever he want to date? Maybe you wasn't his type in the States. You out here talking about he not my type. Or he don't date black women. Because he didn't date you? She said, I think they used an example. They said, we went to the club, it was only 2 black guys there, and they wasn't paying us no attention. Maybe they wasn't your type. And there is no central location that black men hang out in Bali. They go to the Black in Bali events, some of them. And most of the black men who live in Bali are older too. They ain't about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Where's the manual that you're going to give me for us to be in a relationship? Which, like I said, will make a woman be fully accountable. And I don't know a lot of women who just you women who asking for this this resume, y'all, I can tell y'all accountable. Yes. I got a shortcut for you. The resume I'm gonna send you, keep it in the email. Print some copies off. But if you get stuck in that airport situation and you only had 2 copies, and here come another person, you a male or a female, here come the opposite sex or the same sex or whatever you like, pull out the email, hit record on your phone, let them record it on their phone, and y'all discuss the answers. Y'all discuss the answers. Then they leave with the recording, you leave with the recording. Then they may be like, yo, send me that relationship resume. You forward it to them in the email. Oh my God. Am I nasty or what? This is how you come up in a relationship. Now you got this information, you go get you a reading, and you say, bam, his Venus is right here, his Mars is here, his moon is here, his sun is here. Bam, bam, bam. That's all you need to tell me. The rest of that stuff, that's your information. You was gonna ask if I made an electronic version of the resume. What I have is electronic. I think it's electronic. I think it's the Google Docs, but I'm about to modify it. So everybody who asks for it, it'll probably be a day before I give it to you. Because now I'm super excited about this. Because it's about three things. And we're going to get back to who do you pick. Remember, none of you ladies answered the question. If you meet a man and it's up to the woman to decide which business they're going to pursue according to how hard she wants to work. Now, how hard do you ladies want to work in a relationship with a man? Courtney says she want to do 50% mental, but she don't want to do 50% work. Courtney's honest. Is there anybody else honest on here? How much of the physical work do you want to do? If you already work in your business, and your business made $60,000 last year, your daytime business made $100,000, and then you get with this man, what do? It's on you, ladies. It's on you. But if you keep your business and let him keep your business, y'all ain't gonna keep each other. Y'all ain't gonna keep each other. Y'all ain't gonna keep each other. The website, my website, thecosmicjedi.com. Talking about what website? I know she joking. It's one of my favorite Leos. She played too much. Team Leo, Cartagena, Colombia, Cartagena. Then with the mafia and the pretty bonita ladies. I'm on the way. Can I come? Please send me your location. Go to the Cosmic Jedi and say, I am from Colombia. Yes. Team Leo. 20% physical, 60% mental, 50% spiritual. Now, Brittany is out here flexing right now. Do y'all see them numbers that she said? Brittany said, I'm willing to do 20% physical, 60% mental, and 50% spiritual. Now here comes the other part. This is where Brittany will come in. How much money does Brittany want coming in the household? Because her and the man need to decide that together. If she come in, she already doing 160, then I want to make at least as much as she making, if not more. So that's another 160, that's 320. So I want 320 coming in the household. So if she only want to do 20% work and only 20% responsible for the finances that's coming in physically, she may have to do more of the spiritual work though. She says, I'm down for 50% even though I'm doing 100% most of the time. How much of the 50%? I mean, are you single? If you're doing 100% most of the time, are you single? If you're doing 100% and you with a man, you don't know how to date a man. That's what I'm out here to teach. How do you date men? Ladies, do you want to know how to date men? Come see me. I'll show you how to date a nigga all the way to down the aisle or him being on your squad for the rest of your life. Because some of you women are at an age in your life where you're going to have to say, am I going to be alone or do I want a man around here that's going to be on my team for the rest of my life? Older women don't really be beefing around here about sharing men. That's really what you see mostly in the poly relationships. Younger women is like, mine, 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 mine. There's a shortage of good niggas. So if you're not already married to one in a monogamous relationship and y'all compatible, y'all cooperate and y'all come up, 9 times out of 9 you're going to have to share. I know women are going to have to share me, but I already have a cap. I'm not doing no more than 4. And I'm not poly. I'm happy. So Brittany said she need the household to have. Brittany, is that for the household? And Brittany, I'm going to do like you say. We need to round it up. Why are we going to do 475? out here bullshitting. How you bringing all spirit, baby? I'm already a god. I don't understand that. I don't know what that means, but that was funny. The house money. Brittany, why we can't round it up to 500? A half an M. And then once we get to a half an M, let's go further. Let's go further. Right. So what's the plan? What's the plan? What's your capabilities? This is why niggas don't be reaching $500,000 in a household together, because they never filled out a resume. They never introduced the ancestors. They never looked to see how compatible they was. You must have these two things. Remember I said you have to care? Where in caring comes compatibility and cooperation. How many of y'all been in a relationship where the other person wasn't cooperating? Somebody said 10 million. I like that. I like that. But where we gonna start out? When like the first year y'all get together, y'all ain't are y'all gonna just jump to 10 million? Was y'all already making 7? Was somebody in the household already making 5? If I get with somebody and she doing 5 million and I'm doing 100,000, 200,000 a year, it's gonna take some time to adjust. But I know for facts, whatever she doing for the $500,000, I'm gonna ask her, I'm gonna be like, babe, do you wanna keep working in that business like that and make this kind of money? I'd like to come over there and help you, because obviously you haven't figured out. That's why I said this is, Brittany says, I've been in too many relationships where I ain't had no cooperation. Right. Dick be good, the pussy be good, the head be good, the mind game be good, then you don't cooperate. I need some cooperation. That's where the come up is compatibility, cooperation, come up. That's the 3 C's of relationships. Well, the fourth C is what covers it all. You must care. I care about you. Now let's see if we're compatible. My coach. Sometimes I've seen people that I've been compatible with, but they ain't care. They ain't care enough to sacrifice. Ooh, did I just say that? I did just say that. Journey said 10 million. I'm jealous. I know. When the younger you are, the more jealous you are. Being jealous is par for the course for men and women, because you haven't had enough life experiences yet to realize, oh, this other person is not going anywhere. What am I gonna get jealous for if I'm the #1 draft pick? You done invested all this stuff in me, and then somebody else come over there, and then you pay them a little bit of attention. Get jealous for what? Especially if after I assess the other nigga. Once I assess the other cat, I'll be like, what am I going to be worried about that for? Oh, she's giving him attention. Yeah, but I looked at his birth chart. Y'all ain't even compatible. She'll be back. So that's the other thing. Don't be trying to punish people. Jealousy is not low vibration. Jealousy is a natural human instinct. It's a natural human, it's an instinct. Dogs get jealous. You a human who ain't been trained. You ain't been initiated into much. Most humans ain't been, she said, I just don't like being excluded. You don't have to be in everything. If you don't like being excluded, that means you scared you're gonna miss something. And whatever Allah has for you is what you're going to get. You can't miss what Allah has for you. Some of the stuff that you wanting to be and participate in was never ordained for you to have in the first place. And you're wasting God's precious time trying to be included in something that was never meant for you to be included in. Lord have mercy. I be channeling that thing down, boys. Some heavy hitting out here. So I hope this was helpful for those of you. It's been an hour. That's all I got for you today. One of my favorite Leos comment. I don't know. It's information. Jealousy is a window into some of your truth. Brittany, when can we set up and do that? Can we do that tomorrow? Remember the live we was gonna do, being the lighthouse for your ancestors? Because all of us who want to come up, we coming up for our ancestors. But what if you ain't the lighthouse for your ancestors? How do you turn the light on if you ain't the lighthouse? If you are the lighthouse, if you're the lighthouse for your ancestors and fixing the money, then you need to be in a relationship. You're not gonna fix for your ancestors the money thing being single. I said it. When my ancestors was having paper, they was in relationships. I ain't gonna be happy out here solving my ancestors' woes and our wealth concerns of my lineage while I'm single. It's not going to work for me. I desire deep, committed, healthy, happy, fun, sexually stimulating tantric relationship. Spiritually guided. That's what I'm curious about. I've seen what I look like when jealousy hit. When jealousy hit me, it'd be out the blue. Because I used to holler like, I ain't gonna get jealous. Then I'd be wondering. Then Serenity came around. She tested the whole situation. So I don't be talking crazy like that. I'm not the jealous type. Especially when I first meet you. You just being disrespectful. You ain't trying to, like, I'm not trying to test out your gangster. What? Oh, I'm hosting the walk tomorrow. We walking in the morning. I don't know about tomorrow. What is that? Yeah. So, I hope this was helpful. What was your biggest takeaway from this conversation today about how do you come up in a relationship? Agree, disagree, on a scale of 1 to 10, how helpful was it? What was your big takeaway outside of the relationship resume? If you need a relationship resume, please just send me a message at thecosmicjedi.com. Hit the little chat button and say, send me the relationship resume. I'm also going to have your phone number and I'm going to have your email, so now you be on my list. And it's the planting phase, so I'm about to send out the video for that as well. Today's about to be so nasty. By the time y'all wake up tomorrow, it's going to be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. I need to watch from the start. Another of my favorite Leos. I'm going to tell y'all something too. I'm going to do a quick astrology thing while I wait on y'all to put y'all's biggest takeaway in here. If you don't have the resume though, you really, if you're in a relationship, you need a relationship resume. If you're dating, you need a relationship resume. If you're single, you need a relationship resume. Wow. In astrology, you need to look at your squares. Not all of them, just your sun squares. I'm attracted to Leos. Sex with Leos is fire. But there's a square between my sun and her sun. I ain't never had sex with a Leo and the kitty cat won't fire. I'm talking about just some outstanding. So when I see people be putting lists up there, if you don't got Leo up in your top 3 for sex, don't even include your sign. That's just, but me as a Taurus, you need to look for your squares because you can build on a square. See the corner of this phone? It's a square. You could build on it. The corner of this thing is like a square. You could build on it. The bottom of this thing here is a square. You could build on it. It can stand. You can stand on your square. That's what it means. Stand on your square platform. Stand on your square. Right. This is the sharp edge of astrological squares. Taurus's square, Aquarius, and Leo. Serenity was an Aquarius. I think she was the first person I was in a serious relationship with, and she was a stone cold freak. She probably still is a stone cold freak. But Leos, man, when you having sex with a square, you need to see y'all really the one who need the relationship resume the most, because are you trying to work it out and do something long term, or are we just having wild, amazing sex? Because you could have wild, amazing sex and then y'all ain't getting no bag together, or y'all ain't doing XYZ together. Right? Or it don't last long term. That's a bummer. So I highly suggest and ask that everyone get a relationship resume. Go to the Cosmic Jedi. Golden J, send me the relationship outline, please. No, you have to go and follow instructions and go to thecosmicjedi.com, hit the chat box, and say, send me the relationship, and then I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you. Just like that. But, and I think, and I thought about, here's the other thing. Some of the Leos that I've been with, I wasn't compatible with. And the sex was amazing. Spiritually compatible. Sexually compatible, yes. Spiritually compatible, no. You know, I can't start calling names out here of some of these celebrities. I call them celebrities. They're not really actresses and stuff like that, but you might know them. So I ain't gonna be outing people. Serenity, she's not a celebrity, and you'll never find her because she don't be out here like that. And she don't ghost me, so I be talking about her like that. Be conscious in the building. What up? What up? Thank you for joining. We closing this bad boy down. Thank y'all so much. I found you in peace. I'm gonna leave you in prayer. Nice big inhale through the nose. Slow exhale out the mouth. Anabakor, Gijalaki Minka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renad, Amcha Sagmanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, She Yikadega, Kababa Shaman, Barkam Tower, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamma, Seen Kadosh, Badaru Tufka, Nahel Lada Taker, You Keep Yale, and Chopping Ends of Craig, Tucci Taker, Shavata Nukabel, Lushma, Tazaka Tanu, your Data Talamo, Baruk Shem, Provomakuto, Lalam Vae. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. You are your ancestors' wildest dreams. May you continue to be guided and protected by the Most High. May you be continued and be blessed by your spirit guide and your spirit team. May you be softening up your hard head so you can listen. May you spend more time in front of your altar and more time meditating. May you spend more time journaling and being honest with yourself and others. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is the planting phase. Be looking for an email in the next couple hours too. But by the time y'all wake up, because y'all on the East Coast, take away. You should know your numbers. How much do you want to work? How much do you want to work? Come on, Brittany. Me as a man, I want to work 80% of the time. However, my woman, and I'm gonna work 100% spiritual. So she gotta match me in the spiritual. She gotta be bringing 100 in the spiritual, and she gotta be bringing 100 in the bedroom. After that, we can discuss the options. But I want to work 80. I got 4 motors. I ain't gonna be able just to sit around. I want to work, travel, all that. I can't just lay up under you either. Narcos, that won't work either. All right, fam. One love to the fam. Peace. How do you stop it over here? How do we stop it on YouTube? I've never done this before. Oh, there it is. Peace.